Hey guys, so recently somebody had asked me on the channel what is the best way to choose your partner, your girlfriend or your spouse or wherever you are in your whatever stage you are in your life. What's a good way to go about choosing that? Especially if you're on the spiritual path, on the path of yoga, you think that maybe you should be extra careful when it comes to choosing that partner. And I think there's a few things that one can keep in mind, but ultimately I also think that, well, first of all, I'm not sure if I'm the right person to even talk about this, because I'm not married, so maybe I don't have enough experience to really talk about it. But I will anyway share a few things that I think that make sense to me and the way I look at it, and maybe it's useful for you as well. So first of all, how are most people choosing their spouses, their partners? And how I used to is that we have certain things that we like. We, feel attracted to certain people, maybe initially physically, and then because of certain traits that they have and certain things that makes us feel comfortable. And well, we might have like ideas, what is like our perfect partner. What does he or she have to have so that it's a perfect match? And I think there's a way to look at it, the way that my guru would advise us all to look at it, and the way that I try to look at it, even though I have my own limitations and I might not be able to do it 100%. But I think the kind of, the ultimate spiritual way to look at it is not to look for a partner that has everything that we think he should have, that, is something that we like in every way possible, if that's even possible. If there is even something out there like this, probably not. But instead of, being with someone, once we have someone, and not necessarily try to have them exactly our way, but to instead become someone who is, just fine with all the limitations that our partner has. Because I think most of the time, and I'm guilty of that, we try to change the people around us, especially the people who are close to us. We try to change them in the way we think they should become. And that's not necessarily in their best interest. Instead, we could use it as an opportunity to become aware of our own limitations, If there's something that is upsetting ourselves in our partners or in the people that are close to us, then I think it's time to look at ourselves and see, why am I getting annoyed about this? Because most of the time, probably all the time, it's about us, not them. Most of the time I think there's two reasons or two motivations why we would want to change some other person. One is because we sincerely want to help them. We sincerely see they are like stuck, they're struggling in some way, and we think we know the solution for that. And we think we can help them to overcome this problem. But oftentimes I think this is not the reason why we do it. Oftentimes it has to do with they are not the way we think they should be, based on our point of view, based on our life, like understanding of life, our worldview, and then we actually try to change them to make them fit into our little worldview. And then oftentimes we justify this, by saying, yeah, we just want the best for you. This is not about me, I just want to help you. And in the name of wanting to help others, we try to make them our way. So this is not the sincere way of wanting to help someone. And how we can distinguish between the two, mostly when you really want to help someone to grow, you feel completely at ease, There's no strong emotion in you that is kind of pushing you towards that, in the sense that it makes you feel like you're just looking at it with a distance. You see this person is trying maybe to grow, he's getting stuck here. I'm going to offer him my view, or if he's asking for advice, I'm offering it. If not, maybe I need to leave it because he's not open to it right now. Maybe he has to make his own experiences first. So that's from a distance how we actually help someone. But if it's because we think they need to change, then it's mostly about us. So back to the topic, what about how to pick a partner? So the ultimate way, the way that our guru would probably say is, whoever partner you're with, you just work on yourself. And whatever upsets you, you use it as an opportunity for your own growth. And then it would probably become beautiful for both. Because everybody is just, trying to help the other in a sincere way, but not to try to make them in their way. Now, I'm going to go to the more limited way of choosing a partner, which might be the more pragmatical, what you're looking for right now, which is maybe also the way that I look at it. And for me, in my life, what's most important is my growth, my spiritual growth. My growth in general, but specifically my spiritual growth. Everything else is secondary. So when I look at this, what I'm looking at in a partner, for me is this strong element of spiritual seeking. And I think that's the most important thing if you're on that path, because if you have a partner who also has that seeking in a similar way like you have, you know that everything else is kind of falling into place. Because if that's the top priority, then it's like the guidepost, that decides everything else. What kind of job, what kind of house, what kind of life you have is kind of falling into place if both of you have this top priority that you want to grow. Then everything else, you can use it as an opportunity, and when you need to make a decision, you can both look at it from this point of view. What is helping both of you in the best possible way to grow? So obviously there are other factors, but I think this should be the most important one, if there's any at all. And other than that, I think, when you go into a relationship, you should really try to grow in it, help your partner to grow, and let the relationship blossom in that way by getting away from your nonsense. I hope this helps. Please hit the like button if you like it, leave a comment and subscribe, and I'll see you the next week.